And I thought, again, I'll be an office guy the rest of my life, talking to banks and insurance companies and dealing with cost accounting and management accounting and all the fun aspects of the financial world. Never dreamed I'd become a farmer. I thought my career was painted forever. I was going to be a partner in a Big 8 accounting firm and work in the Silicon Valley for the rest of my life, and we were there forever. And then Mr. Tellis came looking for me. He was looking for a young accountant, and he had heard about me, and he finally, more or less, said, come try it. If you don't like it, then you can always leave, but make you an offer you can't refuse, come on down. And so I did.
He didn't know much about ag other than working in his family store in the produce department.
My mom took him around in the first week that he was on the job here at Tri with Mr. Tellis and had to explain what all the various crops were.
Because Mr. Tellis, when I went to work with him, I was 23 years old. Shocking. I was CFO at 23. I mean, it was great I was that young because I really didn't know what I didn't know. And he said, you're young, you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to have effort and attention, and just don't make the same mistake twice. We were right in the middle of our cantaloupe season, and I was in charge. And suddenly in August, a press release came out about the CDC morbidity and mortality report that came out on a quarterly basis then, and it must have been a slow news day because all the news outlets kind of picked it up, and there was a story about people becoming ill, and it was all traced back to some cantaloupes. What it did when it came out is it virtually crushed whatever marketplace and demand we had. I mean, the movement of melons just stopped. And it was my job as the person responsible for it to go out into the fields and meet with our workers and tell them we're going home. The real epiphany, though, was when these workers were leaving and I was telling them I didn't know when they were coming back. I said this was never going to happen again on my watch. And that was the epiphany.
As of late, been a great leader in food safety. He's been a leader in a lot of things that he's taken great advantage of, and everybody that I meet and says, God, you got a great partner. And I said, I do have a great partner. He's taken the food safety program in the cantaloupe industry. He is now the go-to guy. CDC comes to Steve Patricio when there's a problem. Steve asked me a question one day about something, and I said, Steve, what are you asking me for? He said, they ask you all the time.
He's also very dedicated. He doesn't just kind of get involved in something at the base level, but he ends up either becoming on the board or in charge of committees and all of that. So yeah, he goes all the way in.
Wonderful guy. He has the ability to make everybody think you're on the team. You don't work for Steve, you work with Steve.
I know I've worked for him for a lot of years, but I would say that he's the best boss ever. He doesn't get upset. He helps you if you do anything wrong instead of putting you down. And he helps anybody that just comes along. It doesn't matter who you are. He's just that kind of a person.
He was always there for everything. As busy as he was at work or involved with, numerous other things, he was always there.
Oh, the most loving grandparent and thoughtful, and treats every day as a special day for our kids.
How would you describe Steve in one word?
Wonderful.
Respect.
It takes two. Honest and straightforward.
Probably considerate.
Dedicated. Passionate.
I describe him as D-O-D, Dear Old Dad, and he always signed all of my letters with D-O-D at the bottom.
Thoughtful, nice, loving, passionate. A cantaloupe!
I suppose one word would be just a very generous person. He's there for everybody. You know, from the guy in the field, he knows everybody that works for us. He knows them, their family, their kids. He walks out to the machines in the field and he can start naming people, and he can start, how's your son, how's your daughter, did they go into school? And his relationship with everybody is very strong.
Keep your head up, keep moving forward. Don't look back. Tomorrow's another day.